Hi everybody, welcome to number 19. Today we're going to do a round bowl like this, and I'm going to paint it yellow. You can paint it whatever colour you like. And to carry on with the organic theme, we're going to do round circular cacti leaves, cactus leaves. Apparently cactuses and cacti are the plural of cactus, but I can't seem to get that into my head. Okay, there you go. Again, if you're going to use light colours, just give it a light rub out before you paint. I know some of you are using gouache, which paints over lines, so you don't need to rub out if you're using gouache or acrylic. But if you are using watercolour and you're using light colours, you definitely need to, oops, just let me straighten that up again, to rub out on occasion. Okay, so yellow. Let's try a lemon yellow colour. So here I've got my lemon yellow in there. Oops. My camera is very low on the picture, so if I knock it occasionally, that's why. Okay, a bit of lemon yellow. It has got a bit of blue in it, but we'll go with it. And you can see the lemon is very acidic. It's a really nice colour, actually, and very useful for all sorts of different things. Makes some great greens if you fancy mixing your own greens. The lemon mix is a really nice one to use, especially for greens in this country where they tend to be a bit colder in tone, in hue than other more warmer climates. There we go. Okay, nice yellow. Remember, if you want to darken, put a shadow in, you can either just use a different tone of yellow, or you can darken the lemon up with a little bit of brown, or even a touch of red, just a small amount. It's amazing what it does. So I just put the colour down. I'm just going to drag it around. I need a piece of cloth just to wipe my brush off, so I can just blend it into the rest of the yellow like that. Okay, so you've got a shadow, and then if we put, I'm going to do these leaves in a purple grey tone. So I have got a purple here, there, already mixed. So I'm just going to take a blob of that and I'm going to put it onto my clean palette, and I'm going to add in a little bit of Payne's Grey just to darken it a bit. Can you see how that worked? Just darken it up. You can add blue, but I'm using Payne's Grey today. And if you haven't got purple, then use ultramarine and alizarin crimson to make a purple. They're the best colours for mixing purple in watercolour if you haven't already got purple. And the other colour you might have in your set is a violet, which is a slightly richer purple. So if you've got that, you can use that instead. You can mix purples using other reds and other blues, but the purple tends to be more muted, so the colour won't be as rich, like a cadmium red and a cadmium red and say a cerulean or a cobalt blue will give you a very different purple to an alizarin crimson and an ultramarine. So just be aware of that when you're mixing your purples. I'm going to take some more purple now, thicken the mix up a bit, and I'm just going to put some, while it's wet, I'm just going to put some extra, if I can remember where my lines were, purple around the left, on the left hand sides of these little projections, like that. You might find that they bleed a lot, but that's okay because it's quite wet. Okay, just to separate those little round shapes a little, like that. So you can see I'm going round the left hand side, and then also where the shapes touch I'm just putting a little bit of extra purple. And if it's too hard where the paper is dry, like here, this is wet, this is dry, and it's stopped spreading, all you need to do is take a wet brush and just push it around a bit and you can spread it. So if you don't like those hard lines, just push it about. Same here. But this brush must be what they call semi-dry, so that it doesn't bleed too much. Okay, how are we doing? 107. Excellent. Right, I just feel like we need to separate the top of the bowl from the cactus. So I'm just going to take a little bit of brown and I'm just going to pop it underneath the cactus, like that. That will just give your bowl a little bit more 3D feel. And the other thing we can do, like I've said before, is to lift off. Now let's see how this lemon lifts. So this is a clean, almost dry brush. I'm just going to try and lift off a little. Each time I make a stroke, I wash my brush off, dry it off with a towel, and then lift. Wash, dry. Oop, I don't know if you can see that. Dry it off. And then mark. And that's worked quite nicely. That's just lifting off that lemon yellow. Okay, now I'm going to use my detail brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of purple and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of dark blue, just to give it another. Now this mix I want to be quite thick because I want to draw into these little round, because it's dried off a bit now, and I'm just bringing these shapes back out again because they've got lost in the process of painting. So I'm just going to put an edge using that quite thick paint onto the bits that are not standing out enough. Don't go round them. Don't be tempted to go round your objects. Don't paint all the way round here, for example, because then it starts looking like a sort of illustration. It's much better if you just leave one side of your circles clear. Okay, I quite like that. Now, if you fancy, you can put some spikes on or whatever, but I quite like the simplicity of that, so I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, thanks for joining in, everybody. Check out my YouTube channel, Julianne Sheridan on YouTube, for free tutorials on all sorts of things. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.